Yeah, Islam national, underground, thunder bounce when I stomp the ground. Like a million elephants, a silverback orangutan, you can't stop the train.
Okay, UH Nation, we are back. Draft season for the springtime basketball league here in Roseville, California. Tonight we had a unique style draft. It looked like it went pretty good. I think the teams were evened out very effectively. How would you say, Ryan?
Yeah, I really liked it. It's 12 teams this time, and we kind of spread out the captains were some of the best PPR players in the league. That's going to make the teams a lot more competitive, and the games are going to be a lot more interesting as a result.
Oh yeah, and we chose NBA themes this season, so all the guys got to pick their favorite teams. And again, I think it was a good idea. Guys are excited. We'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
So initially we went with the top guys with PPR, but due to availability and obviously scheduling, some players could not make it, so we had to make some adjustments.
Right.
However, I think the teams actually worked out better. Right. The teams are evened out very well, and we'll just kind of get into it. So starting with the Kings, the local team closest to us, headed up by Mr. Ben Douglas. Ben has Torrin Moore, Mackenzie Harder, Stephen Thompson, Scott Clark, Jacob Bugby. I think this team will be pretty good. It looks like they have good scoring. They have good, kind of around the board, they have a good overall skill set. It looks like that team will be good. They don't have a really big man, but the team looks like they'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm interested to see some games we play before I even really make too many predictions because these teams are so even. But it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go over. I'll go grab the Pelicans, get that out of the way. We named it the Pelicans because John was the captain, and he's from New Orleans. He grabbed the Greco brothers, JP and Vic. We got Raphael, John Kwan, Justin Ginobili, and Jamie. So that looks like a solid team as well.
Yeah. Again, chemistry is going to be the biggest factor in these games, and it looks like a lot of these players selected their teams based on chemistry.
Right.
The next team I want to go over is the Clippers, another close team to us, headed up by Kyle Osterstock, and he picked up his first pick, Sharon Bradford, John Green, Rich Wilrick, Chris DuPont, and Chad Love.
Yeah.
Also, Parham, Ronnie.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty good team there as well. They got bigs, they got guards. This will be another good team to watch out for down the stretch. But looks like Kyle did a good job on selecting some running mates.
Yeah. Yep. Next team would be Oklahoma City. Captain Deion Taylor picked Robert Swift, the big former NBA player. And then he has Dimitri McCoy, Kai Amiru, Torrin Tyus, Davis Johnson, and Ivan Lamptey. That's going to be interesting, man. Robert Swift, to see him play, huh?
It'd be interesting. Now, the Warriors, headed up by Mr. Eric Thomas, another good team here.
Oh, they're all right.
They're pretty good. Eric Thomas has picked Herman Johnson, which is myself, Jeff Gonzalez, Sean Chu, Greg Lynn, Brian Valley. This team is another good team, I believe, that will be tough. Not a lot of bigs. It'll be tough to get rebounds.
It's going to be a smart team.
Yeah. Not a lot of rebounding, though.
Yeah. It'll be small ball. You don't play small ball, man.
It'll be fun, yeah.
You got to hit your shots.
That's right, to win.
Next would be the Bobcats, who is Captain Dion Robinson. He chose Tim Reinhart, Nico Williams, Anthony Morgan, Gabriel Hearn, and Jarrett Gent. Those are the Bobcats.
Another really good team. I think that team will be solid as well.
Right.
Another really good team there. So going forward, let's go back to the next team we picked, was the Utah Jazz, headed up by Mr. Brian Todd. He picked Lavin Peets, Matt Natoli, John Lardy, Reggie Venable, Greg Kelly, and Jesse Horn. Another good team. I think it'll be, again, interesting to see what happens. It's going to be based on chemistry. But I like Brian's selections here.
Right. This is a good team, too. We got Jose Zaragoza, who was captain. Picked up Chris Schauer, Brett Randall, Eric Kagan, Clayton Lawson, Naveen Mishra, and Wayne Wiley. So, a couple of new guys on that list, but I know Jose's a shooter. Chris is good. Brett's good. So it'll be good to watch those guys.
San Antonio Spurs, headed up by Mr. Chris Collins. He picked up Billy Blankenship, Christian, Prescott Johnson, Scott Bodine, Tim under Dinko, it looks like this team, another really good team. Couple big guys, some guards. This team looks like it'll be a good push in the playoffs. If they can get in there, they're going to be tough.
Yeah, Prescott, Scott, Bodine, Billy, Chris, they're all pretty decent. I haven't seen Christian or Tim yet, but those other guys are pretty good players. So
Tim's pretty solid. He's a little small guard, but he actually plays really strong. So
yeah, that's going to be a
player.
good team. Yeah. Let's see. We got Darius's team with the Lakers. They got Mark Randall, Chris Purdy, who I coach with. That's going to be interesting because Darius and Chris are good buddies, so it's nice to see them play together. Tosh, Mateus, Austin Boyd, Steve Salcido, and Howard Decker. So that's going to be a good team too, man.
Yeah. It's getting down to the wire. Last team, the Nuggets, headed by Mr. Austin Brewer. He picked up Max Comerford, Alon Price, Corian Davis, Garrett Knapp, Mario Mazzi, and Matt Greenfield. Another good team. I think this team is a team to look out for. You guys watch the Nuggets. As long as, again, Mr. Austin Brewer shows up, this will be a good team.
Right. And another, I mean, we're saying this every time, but it's kind of the way it is. These guys actually, they may have got the sleeper pick. So they got, Manny was captain, Manuel Macero, and then we got Aaron Nichols, and Ralph Sanders, he got all the way down at the third spot, which is kind of surprising because the guy's talented. So if they can work together with Ralph, I mean, they got a big upside. So we got Nick Saavedra. Amanda Kelly is a great shooter, our only girl player this season, but she's actually a really good shooter. Justin Genobe and Arturo Benavides. I hope I said that right. And that's the Seattle Supersonics. So all these teams are pretty good. I know we're going to be adding maybe a couple players to the teams that only had 6 in the next few days, but that's pretty much it.
We got a week left. If you're looking to add, we got a week left. Obviously, the last selection we're probably going to take is Monday at noon. We're adding about, I think, 3 players is what, or 2 players is actually what we need to add at 7 per team. So first come, first serve. I look forward to a great season this season. It looks like we got a lot of good players, a lot of new faces. I'm interested to see how everything pans out. Be ready. The first games will start Tuesday, the day after the national championship for the NCAA, and then after that, every game is on Monday nights.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. 12 teams. That's a lot to let soak in and understand and get a grasp for. So it's going to take us a little while to see who's going to be top dog and who's not. Right.
That's it. So be patient with us, fellas, and we look forward to a great season.
Right. Have a good one.
Until next time.